Hey folks, welcome back. And Citi's launch of the Citi Strata Elite has led to some issues that are starting to pop up in the mainstream press. We have a Wall Street Journal article about the Citi Strata Elite and folks signing up for the card, and it turned out to be a nightmare. Here's the thing. The nightmare was of our own making here within the credit card community. And I'm talking about the credit card community as a whole, not any specific subset of it, just the credit card community and the desire in the credit card community to get the absolute most out of the new and shiny thing. So when the Citi Strata Elite launched, there was an 80,000 point public welcome offer. Now that has gone up to a 100,000 point public welcome offer. I'm sure due to some of the complications that have arisen from this, they had an in-branch offer for the Citi Strata Elite of 100,000 points. I'm sure they were trying to use that as a way to entice people to come in branch, get the offer, sign up for a Citi checking or Citi savings account, and look at other products to cross-sell. That is the way that in-branch offers are supposed to work. That is the way that in-branch offers are to get you in branch and to cross-sell you other products because you're coming in for the credit card, but they want you leaving with the credit card and a mortgage. They want you leaving with the credit card and personal line of credit. With a credit card or personal loan, something like that, another product that you can walk out with. So the in-branch offer was 100,000 points, and folks were looking for that to get that 100,000 point offer without going in branch. So things occurred, and folks were able to get those offers from like bankers or folks affiliated with the program to email them a link. And then after they got the link, they were fine if they applied through the link directly given to them. But if they shared that link, things might have happened. So the process appears to have been that folks shared a link and a number of people applied through the shared link that were intended for one person, and it caused a problem, right? Now, I'm going to go to Reddit. I don't usually go to Reddit. I don't usually defend Citi. So like we're going to break some norms here. But this is coming from the Citibank subreddit, posted 7 hours ago. Wall Street Journal covers Citi Strata Elite issues. If you have the Citi Strata Elite card and have had problems with Citi, you're not alone, according to a story in today's Wall Street Journal. There's the link. That link has paywall instituted, so I'm not going to click it. This user says, as a Citi employee who has to deal with the calls due to this hold and knows what exactly is going on, I find this article entertaining because the bank is going to hide why this is really going on. The original poster asks, so what is really going on? This person replies with twofold. Someone leaked the bank offer, causing a huge fraud breach, which resulted in a synthetic fraud breach. As a result of this synthetic fraud breach, we're requiring anybody who applied for the card to prove identity and income provided through the form. You all hated filling out and sending it back to us. We've hated having to go through this process just as much because the department of Citibank that is handling the influx of issues due to this is a smaller department. This has caused hold times of 2+ hours to get to us. Oh, and everybody has to be affected by this due to a class action lawsuit from a couple years ago. So what I think happened was a massive number of people applied through these shared links, whatever number of shared links were applied through. So they had a huge influx of people who were applying through Davy Jones's link, who were not Davy Jones, but were getting approved for the 100,000 point welcome offer. And it triggered such a wave of people doing this that it caused the need for an internal audit to make sure that these people are who they say they are and that they have the income to cover this card. That is why they froze all those accounts. I am certain that the folks who are dealing with the frozen accounts all applied through links that were begot through the credit card community. Now, I can't speak to every single person, but I do think that links were shared with people, and those links that were meant for Davy Jones were applied for by, I don't know, Dave Stewart or Jim Smith or Stan Siegel. So Citi now has all of these applications that came in that they've approved all of these cards. Now they're okay with approving the card as long as the hard pull came back okay. But now they have a massive amount of people who are signing up for under the wrong name, that now they have to verify everything. So they had to pause all of those accounts. They had to put all of those accounts on hold. and start verifying things. And that's why they sent out the form that they sent out, the IRS form that they had to send out. That's why this process is taking forever, because this is an event that they didn't consider. Why would Citi consider anything worth doing is worth overdoing from the credit card world? Like, they have not paid attention to the credit card world, which is weird, because they should know how many people are signing up for custom caches or how many people are product changing to custom caches all the time with their cards. Or we're trying to turn their Reward Plus cards into custom caches before their Reward Plus cards became Strata cards, or their Reward Plus cards became Strata cards and they needed to turn them into a custom cache like that. So Citi's credit card department, the folks over in the Thank You Rewards program, are not paying enough attention, right? And there is an ethos in the credit card community of anything worth doing is worth overdoing. So this was worth overdoing to get those sweet 100,000 points. So Citi had to do a pause, had to just put people's accounts on ice, because they couldn't verify who these people were, because John Doe signed up under Davy Jones's link, Davy Jones's specific link, and they didn't have a way to track that it wasn't Davy Jones applying, it was John Doe. For the pause, the reason for the pause being a fraud issue, Citi's sort of in the right here. Like, Citi is well within its right as an institution to prevent fraud from happening. And not to say that it's actual fraud, and that's why this person said synthetic fraud, because this wasn't somebody getting Davy Jones's application link and applying as Davy Jones, even though they weren't Davy Jones. This was somebody getting Davy Jones's link and applying as themselves and getting the benefits meant for Davy Jones. So it's not direct fraud, but it is a question of not being able to do what they have to do. And if that's the case and Citi doesn't want to disclose this, they're going to be cagey about it. And if there's enough CFPB complaints and there's enough complaints that could trigger some higher regulatory body, maybe Citi will have to come clean about this. But this is probably something that Citi should have been better prepared for, but it's not something that is directly Citi's fault. And Citi and other issuers, it would behoove them to go into the credit card community, research the credit card community more, and possibly hire, even as consultants, people in the churning community, people in the credit card subreddits, people who are in the credit card subreddits, who deal in the credit card subreddits, report on credit card subreddits, like leak into the credit card subreddits, bring in somebody like a Danny the Deal Guru as a consultant and be like, hey, how can people exploit our program? Just so that we're aware of it. What are the exploits? What are the things to keep in mind of that we may or may not want to allow as features or bugs of our program? What are things that we should be doing? What are things that we can do to mitigate it? What are things that our intention is X, but the reality is going to be like, how is the reality going to be? Maybe Citi and other issuers like Chase and American Express and Capital One should be bringing folks in, even as consultants from time to time, just to give the program a once over and be able to point out, here's problem A, here's problem B, here's problem C. Like, white hat hackers exist for a reason. White hat hackers are brought in, white hat hackers are brought in to show the issues in the firewall and fix the firewall, right? You can have credit card white hat hackers who can just show you where the exploits are going to be in your program, and you can then make changes to prevent those exploits from becoming huge losses for you. So I don't think the Wall Street Journal article that came out earlier today was fair. I don't think it was fair to Citi, because all it did was just knock Citi's customer service. And I'm not here to defend Citi's customer service. It's fairly indefensible. But when the point of the article is, Citi customer service is bad because they're not fixing this. Yeah, it's bad that they're not fixing this, but like, it was worse that this was a problem in the first place. They shouldn't be in this position. And they shouldn't be in this position because anything worth doing was worth overdoing, and we overdid it. Yeah, I don't know that Citi is the best. I don't think that this is a great situation for Citi. I don't think Citi's going to communicate about it very well. I don't think Citi should be in a position that they need to communicate it, because they can't come out and say that people committed fraud, because they didn't. But they can't also just say we got had by people sharing links that we didn't expect to get shared. I don't know. It's a QA problem. It's an IT problem. It is a customer service problem, but it is a problem that was created by the credit card community, and the need to share and the need to get all the blood from a turnip. Look, you wanted 100,000 points, go to the bank. If you didn't want to go to the bank, maybe it wasn't worth going after the card. I don't know. You ended up getting a 100,000 point public welcome offer anyway, because they didn't hit their signups. But that's going to do it for this one. If you like what I do, hit the like and subscribe button down below. Check out the Stack Your Points podcast. We release on Wednesdays and Fridays here on YouTube. We do it live on Thursday nights at 8:30 p.m. Check out the pinned comment for ways to support me outside of YouTube. My Rove referral is down there. Check out the link tree for various other credit card referrals. If you'd like to help support me that way, that would be huge. Also, consider becoming a channel member. You can join for $2.99 a month. You can cancel at any time. Appreciate your time. Thanks for watching. Oh, and subscribe. Hit the hype button as I try to continue to grow my audience. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.